Hello and welcome to episode 1 of She's Booked. Stop the scroll and unlock the messaging that fills your practice. Because, ladies, your messaging is not just part of your practice, it is your practice. And if your messaging does not make your perfect fit patients stop dead in their tracks and say, that right there is my chiropractor, then guess what? Your schedule, your income, and your freedom are all taking a hit. But here is the best part. Fixing it, it's so much easier than you think. So let's dive in. I'll officially welcome you to the first episode of the HerPractice Secret Podcast called She's Booked. I am Dr. Christina Carter, and we need to get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not going to be just another chiropractic podcast, and it is definitely not going to be another generic coaching session because that is not my vibe. This is going to be your behind the scenes pass to the exact strategies, tools, and insider moves that take your practice from surviving to thriving. Booked out schedules, patients you love, profits that actually match the effort you're putting in, and none of it is going to involve gimmicks, bro marketing, burnout, or sacrificing your sanity. You're here because you know it's time to do things differently. And I am here to show you exactly how to make that happen, just like I have for hundreds of other women chiropractors, because I see you. And I know that you are done with guessing games. You are ready for results, and you are ready now. And today we are going to dive headfirst into one thing that determines the success of everything else in your practice: your messaging. And a quick, what is your messaging? That is how you speak about your practice. That is how you speak about what you do to potential patients and to your current patients. Your messaging. Because here's the thing: your patients, the ones you're attracting, the patient experience you create, and even how much you charge, all comes down to how you communicate your value. But unfortunately, most women chiropractors are out there trying to grow and run a practice with messaging that honestly is watered down. It's diluted, it's confusing, and it's just plain forgettable. And if these women, including you, could nail your messaging, and I mean nail it, nail it, your income would skyrocket. And so if you ever felt like your marketing isn't landing, if no one is clicking in from Google searches, you post on Instagram and you get like the same 3 likes, or your calendar is not as full as it could be, it's not you. It's not you. It's more than likely, if you're here because I only attract the already amazing at what she does chiropractor, it's your messaging. But don't worry, it's not your fault, and we can absolutely fix this because we were not taught this in chiro school. It's something I talk about a lot, and I got this desperately wrong in my first 4 years of practice. So I've got you, and yes, there is still time, contrary to what your brain is telling you lies about right now. So let's fix it. Today, I want to break down the biggest messaging mistake that you are probably making, because I made it too, along with most of my multiple 6- and 7-figure private clients. So I want to give you the exact roadmap to course correct this. So get ready to create content that does not just get a few likes, thanks mom, but fills your schedule with patients who are excited to work with you, and spoiler, who you are actually excited to work with. Sounds good, right? Okay, great. Let's get into it. Let me introduce you to a term that I'm going to use a lot. So if you are in my world, you've heard it before, the catch-all chiropractor. Because here's the thing: if you are positioning yourself as the I treat everything and everyone chiropractor, it's time to stop it. Like right now, please just stop it. And I can hear you saying it right now. I can hear you. I've heard it 1,000 times. But Dr. Christina, I do treat everyone and I do treat everything. My response is going to be the exact same every single time, no matter how many diluted reasons you give me. Why? And let me be clear as day when I say this: that approach, that one thing, is holding you back. It's holding you back from a schedule filled with what I call your perfect fit patients. It's holding you back from insane amounts of profit, income. And it's holding you back from a practice that you freaking love and marketing that feels aligned. So truth bomb time. When you try to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. I'm going to say it again. When you try to speak to everyone, you end up talking to no one. Because when a potential patient sees a list of 14 conditions and 7 demographics that you treat, they don't think, wow, she's a genius. Where's her booking link? Nope. They think, well, she must not be for me. Why? Because they can't see themselves in that list of conditions. They don't see themselves in that list of what you do, the techniques that you have, the degrees that you have. They don't see their specific problem, their unique experience, and what they are feeling right now in that moment. Or, frankly, a solution that feels tailored to them. Here's what you have to understand. Your potential patients, whether consciously or subconsciously, know that a jack of all trades is a master of none. And when you blend in with every other chiropractor who is shouting about treating everything and anyone with a spine, you're missing the chance to stop the scroll, grab their attention, and position yourself as the go-to authority for their unique needs, getting them to book with you instantly. Because guess what? This is not 1992, and the competition isn't just down the street, it is everywhere. And if you want to stand out in a crowded market, you need a bold, clear message that says, I am this specific solution to your specific problem. And I promise you, with my guidance, it is simpler than you think. You start by figuring out who the hell you are and what you stand for as a chiropractor. And in my world, we begin with one powerful step: defining your signature chiropractic voice. Your signature chiropractic voice is your standout factor. It is what elevates you from the page and gets you to be dynamically unique. It's what people think of you when they hear your name at dinner parties, scroll past your Instagram, or type a chiropractor near me into Google. Here's a bird's eye view of how to define it. You must be specific. Please forget the medical jargon. This is not a textbook you are writing. It's an Instagram post, okay? Your patients do not want to hear about technicalities and textbook terms. They want to know what's in it for them. Speak to the transformation, not the technique. For example, instead of saying I use, go ahead and insert whatever complicated term like Gonstead activator upper cervical technique here. Try, I help busy moms heal from back pain so they can finally enjoy their life without limitations. And when their little one asks to be picked up, you can do it. Clear, relatable, magnetic. You must lead with the belief. This is where you claim your space, share your beliefs about chiropractic boldly. I'm not saying to tear others down, but to rise and to stand out unapologetically. And here's a little secret. Clinical technique never determines the success of a chiropractic practice. Never. Your messaging does. And I'll say that again. The number one factor in a practice's success, and the hundreds that I've worked in, including my own, is its messaging. This is why in her practice, we believe that the clinical talk is left at the door. We focus on building businesses that thrive. And when you lead with belief, you do not just look like another chiropractor. You become the chiropractor, the one patients trust to transform their lives, the expert, the authority. And that right there will attract new patients like a moth to a flame. Being able to nail and lock in your signature chiropractic voice is invaluable. It transforms empty schedules into weightless, faster than you will ever think possible. Okay, before y'all go off and start obsessively working on your signature chiropractic voice, because I know that's what y'all are going to do, and I'm happy about it, I want to talk a little bit about why specificity is and equals authority. Because I get this question literally every time I start working with a client and we are molding and shaping her chiropractic signature voice. I hear time and time again, and you are probably thinking it right now, but Dr. Christina, what if I narrow my focus? Won't I lose patients? Won't I make my net of potential patients too small? Nope, I guarantee it. In fact, the opposite will happen because specificity builds trust. And notice I did not say like, know, and trust, because people do not need to like you or know you to trust you and see you as an authority with the solution to their problem, because we will save that for another podcast. But I had to sneak that in really quick, because when people see themselves in your message, they're sold. They're sold before they ever step into your office. It's the easiest rough you'll ever have. But in order for them to see themselves in your messaging, you must be specific. And when you nail that, there is no convincing, there is no gimmicky, new patient special needed, and no bro marketing, because that would cause your ideal, or what I call your perfect fit patient, to run the other way. It's because specificity creates authority. And when you're known for doing something, one thing or a couple things, exceptionally well, you're seen as the expert. Now, don't get me wrong, you're not just going to treat neck pain all day, every day. But when you are marketing, when you are in a marketing season, when you are using your messaging correctly, each piece of content, from the blog you write on Monday to the Instagram post you post on Thursday, must speak deeply, not wide. Let's take the neck pain example. That blog, it can't just list 1,000 different conditions and have neck pain be one of them. That's noise. That's literal noise, and it will get lost. It must speak directly about neck pain, how it feels, how it changes that person's life, and how you are the only person to make it stop. Because speaking widely will make you invisible, diluted. Speaking deeply makes you undeniable. This is the exact concept I've been called a trailblazer for in the world of building chiropractic practices. And it is not a far-fetched idea. It is something that I teach my clients to master, just like I did, with ease. And in turn, we watch that grow women chiropractic practices like freaking wildfire. Messaging is the heart of building a booked, wildly profitable practice, because it directly and indirectly affects everything. Powerful, clear messaging that positions you as the authority has the ability to give you your dream practice. And I am so excited to help you develop your unique messaging, because ladies, this is how you stop blending in and start standing out. This is how you position yourself as the authority, build trust, and create a practice that is as profitable as it is fulfilling. And in the next episode of this podcast series, we're going to take it even further. I'm going to walk you through 3 messaging pillars that will turn your content into a patient booking machine. But until then, I want you to ask yourself, what's your signature chiropractic voice? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be the authority in? And what's the bold belief that you are ready to own? I honestly hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next episode.